Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and you won't believe this. Despite pulling off one of the biggest tax hikes in British history, Rachel Reeves has told every ministry they've got to find savings wherever they can. They're not to spend money on anything other than core projects. No waste, no farting around, basically. You've got to do the bare minimum outside of what they need to do. Why? Because she hasn't got enough money and she daren't go back and change the budget now. She cannot be seen to do that. She knows she's already in big trouble with the country. But wait, weren't they just giving billions away left, right and centre there? Billions abroad to farmers there, billions in foreign aid. How come they've got all that money to give away, but now they can't spend it in this country? It's because they don't want to. Honestly, the biggest tax screw up by any chancellor in history. Possibly she is the worst chancellor in history. She literally can't count. We showed a video yesterday how she got the sums wrong. I mean, this is a woman that should be nowhere near a balance sheet. Economist my arse. Anyway, the Rachel Reeves has told ministers to seek savings in their departmental budgets as Keir Starmer's government grapples with tough choices on public spending against the backdrop of a difficult fiscal picture. But wait, you've just got loads of tax. You've just put the taxes up. Are you telling me that you've got no money because you've raised all the tax rates and realised that by raising all the tax rates, you're going to lose all this money? Oh, wait. Yes, that's exactly what happens. That's what we've been talking about for time and time again. Let's put the VAT on the public schools. How much is that going to make? Well, we thought it was going to make 1.7 billion. How much is it going to make? It's going to cost us 600 million. Okay, what else have you done? Well, we're going to put this tax up. We're raising the national insurance rate massively, so the basic comes in at starts even lower and we're putting the rate up. And how's that working? How much are you going to raise? No, that's going to cost us as well because employers basically are getting rid of their staff. So not only are we losing money by not getting as much in as we thought, we now have to pay dole. And etc., etc., etc. This woman is a walking disaster and she won't admit it. She cannot admit that she got it so appallingly wrong. But everybody knew she had. Now, by accounts and rumours, when she was drafting the budget, she got very angry with officials in the chancellorship, chancellor's office. The whole of the sort of finance people behind her were saying, "You do understand if you do that, it won't be as much as you think. This will happen. This will happen. This will happen." No, they won't. I'm the chancellor. I'm an economist. I know best. And they all just looked at each other and went, yeah, okay. You do it. Put your name on it. And they were pleading with her not to do a lot of these things. But because she's so arrogant, and of course, she's got the stupidity that comes with that arrogance. Because to be arrogant, you've really got to be pretty stupid, haven't you? Because if you're intelligent, you know there's things you don't know, and you don't get arrogant about it, So she knows nothing, but of course she thinks she does. And so, oh God, the arrogance was there. No, this is how we do it. This is what we're doing. Blah, blah, blah. It's going to raise this. It's going to raise that. But apparently she was told no. They've had rumour again. She didn't know what the Laffer curve was. 99% of you know what the Laffer curve is. She's supposed to be an accountant. No, not a lie. She's not an accountant. She's supposed to be an economist. And she doesn't know what the Laffer curve is. She underestimates this. She overestimates something. They had to put her figures through a whole series of rigorous tests, and they couldn't get them to balance. And they were finding errors, basic arithmetical errors. We're not talking, really complex algorithms or, equations with 15 degrees here or anything like that. We're talking basic mental arithmetic errors riddled through just about every calculation she'd done. The woman can't count. And yet there she goes and presents this budget. And as we're all listening, we're all going, she's mental. It won't raise this. It's rubbish. And of course, the big thing she didn't take on was the non-doms. Oh, yes, we'll lose about 5% of non-doms, she thought. Currently standing at 45%. And so you're not just not getting the tax they would have otherwise paid. You're not getting any of the tax. It's all gone. And the investment. And their jobs have been laid off and people aren't hiring and so forth. And at the same time, costs are going up. Everything is going up. This woman is a menace. She's a menace to this country. She's a menace to this economy. She's a menace to the finances. We are now in an existential fight to keep our country going. It's going to be very soon. We owe more than our GDP can ever repay. And she's borrowing more. Basically, what will happen is the pound will collapse. We'll have to start again with a new currency. But if we do, we have to make the rule that we're never, ever allowing socialists into power again. Because every time they have power, it collapses. In the 70s, they went cap in hand to the IMF, and then there was the winter of discontent. Blair comes in 97. At the end of it, there's notes on desk saying, sorry, spent all the money. We've got none left. And here we are again, 14 years later. And within 5 months, the country is on its knees. Unemployment is rising. The pound is becoming steadily worthless. And yet at the same time, inflation, house inflation going up. Not because people are confident and willing to pay more for the houses. Simply the cost of housing has gone up. At a time when people are earning relatively less. There's going to come a point where you won't even be able to rent, let alone buy. Expect mass homelessness. Expect mass unemployment. Expect 1970s levels of deprivation. We're going back to brown world, you know? And it's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. And the thing, it's really going to hit is the millennials, because they've never known. They've grown up all through that era of boom, 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 boom. They've never known true suffering. Us oldies, we've been there. We've been through 2, 3, 4 bad recessions. This lot, they don't know what's going to hit them. They won't be able to cope with the poverty. They won't be able to cope with the reality. I mean, it's not going to be fun, but at least we know who to blame, don't we? The moron of number 11. It's her fault. She's got to take accountability. It's a shame she can't count. Thanks very much. Let me know what you think, and we'll speak soon. Bye.